40,000 years ago, a lonely figure crossed a frozen valley, unaware that his entire world was disappearing. His name was Orun, and he belonged to one of the last surviving groups of Neanderthals. Orun was not a mindless brute. He could plan, create tools, control fire, and care for others. But this morning, his cave was silent, and the family members who once filled it were gone. He added wood to the dying fire, but one person could not recreate the warmth of a community. Hunger forced him outside, where old animal tracks had already vanished beneath fresh snow.
What is this?
Orun studied the ground, found one broken hoofprint, and followed it toward the distant forest. He discovered a deer, but his tired legs and damaged spear made the hunt almost impossible. Orun attacked, missed, and watched his only chance at food disappear between the frozen trees. While repairing his spear, he noticed something strange. A footprint shaped like his, but narrower. He followed the prints and discovered an abandoned camp filled with unfamiliar blades, beads, and charcoal. These objects belonged to Homo sapiens, newcomers spreading through lands Neanderthals had occupied for generations. Orun tested their lighter stone blade and realized it cut more easily than his heavy scraper. Then voices echoed through the trees, and Orun quickly hid behind a fallen trunk. A large human group entered the camp, carrying food, tools, hides, and knowledge from distant communities. Orun counted them and understood his greatest disadvantage. They had many helpers, while he had none. A child spotted him, but instead of shouting, she quietly placed a piece of meat nearby. Orun approached carefully, accepted the food, and exchanged his stone scraper for their small cutting blade. For one peaceful moment, two kinds of humans sat beside the same fire and studied each other. But when the strangers continued south, fear stopped Orun from leaving the land he understood. He returned to his cave as a violent storm rolled over the mountains behind him. Rain flooded the entrance, wind destroyed his shelter, and precious firewood scattered into the darkness. Orun rescued one glowing ember, protected it inside bark, and crawled toward higher ground. From a rocky ledge, he saw the valley changing. Fewer trees, fewer animals, and fewer places to hide. The next day, Orun marked nearby caves, searching for smoke, footprints, or any sign of his people. Every shelter was empty, containing only cold fireplaces and tools abandoned by communities that had vanished. At the final cave, Orun discovered a handprint left by someone he had known as a child. He placed his hand over it, realizing he might never again see another Neanderthal face. Orun could remain alone or follow the humans who had offered him food. Holding their blade, he followed the fading footprints south and stepped beyond his familiar world. We cannot know whether people like Orun died alone, joined other groups, or raised children among them. Neanderthals disappeared, but part of them survived inside us, making their final chapter our story too.